Hi everyone, and welcome back to the channel. For those of you just joining us, my name is Alfred, and this is Capital City Aquatics. And today, we're going to be looking at how to use the API Freshwater Master Test Kit, and the importance of using it, and when you should be using it. So the test kit, the Master Test Kit from API, measures the ammonia levels, the nitrite, the nitrate, and the pH levels in your aquarium. So if ammonia levels are too high in your aquarium, that could cause death to your fish. If the nitrite level is too high, again, that can cause death to your fish. So you want to monitor those to make sure that you keep them in control. pH is also an important aspect that you should be testing for, as well as the nitrate levels. There's certain parameters that different fish like as far as pH is concerned, so it's important when you're purchasing fish that you're aware of what the range of pH that is acceptable for them is. So, to do the test, it basically comes with 4 little vials. What you'll be doing is you will be taking some of your aquarium water and filling up the vials. It gives you a little mark here. And that mark is equivalent to 5 milliliters of water. It comes with 4 of these. So you're going to want to take one for each one of your tests. You'll fill it up with your aquarium water, and then you'll add the chemical solutions to your bottle to perform the various tests. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you the steps, and we'll do a quick test on my aquarium water right now. Alright, so we're going to take our tube and we're going to just put it in the aquarium like so, and we'll make sure that we have the 5 milliliters of water. So as you can see here, we're right up to the line. And you're going to want to do that for all 4 of your vials to make sure that you're getting the 5 milliliters in each one. Okay, so I've got my 4 vials filled with 5 milliliters of water each. So now it's time to do the testing. So as you'll notice when you get the test kit, there are some of the test solutions that are simply a one-step process, such as your pH and your nitrite. Those are both just a one-step process. So you add the recommended drops to your water solution and you wait for the results. Something like ammonia and nitrate, it's a 2-step process. So you have to add the first series of drops, then you invert the little vial a few times, you shake up the bottle, and then you add the second dose of recommended chemicals to the water. Then you typically have to wait about 5 minutes before you get your test results. So what we're going to do here is we're going to walk you through the 4 different steps, one for each vial, and we'll get this done. And then the bottles themselves that have 2 steps are clearly labeled as bottle 1 and bottle 2. So for ammonia, it'll tell you right on the package that you're to put 8 drops in your tank water. Now I like to do the ammonia as one of my first ones, since that is one of the ones that you have to wait 5 minutes to get your result. I'll shake up the solution for the second bottle, and then again it tells you on the bottle that you're adding 8 drops. So now you have your 8 drops of your second solution. Invert the vial a few times, and then you're just waiting for 5 minutes. For the nitrate, it's similar. There's 2 bottles. However, for this one, you're putting 10 in. Then you shake up the second bottle. And then you put your 10 drops in. And then you wait for this one. We're halfway there. So for pH, it's only 1 solution bottle. So we'll shake that up. And then you're putting 3 drops. So we have our 3 drops. We invert that a few times. And the thing with your pH is, unlike your nitrite or your nitrates and your ammonia, you don't have to wait the 5 minutes for the results. The color change happens pretty much right away. And then you just go, there's a guide here on the back of the booklet that comes with the package. And then you just compare the solution in your vial to the color of the pH level indicator that they give you on the back. And once that's done, you can go on to the nitrite. And again, this is just the 1 test bottle. And for this one, we're adding 5 drops. And again, there's no waiting involved. For this one, we just invert it a few times, and then we compare it to our guide on the back of the booklet that comes when you purchase the test kits. All right, perfect. Now, sometimes the colors for them can be a little tricky because the color variation isn't that great, but it gives you a very good indicator as to what your levels are. And as far as when you would be wanting to do this or why you would want to do this, it's basically whenever you're doing a water change, you wait a few minutes, like 25-30 minutes, then you can do it to see the overall health of the water that's in your tank. And I typically like to do it on a weekly basis, just so I have a good idea of where my tank water is, the condition of it. And in doing that, hopefully I can stop any serious issues from developing in my tank with builds up of ammonia or a buildup of nitrate. So you want to try and stop those as best as you can, because as I mentioned before, those can be quite deadly for your fish. And again, if it's a new tank setup and you're cycling your aquarium, you want to do this just to stay on top of it, to know when it's safe to put fish in your tank. Your ammonia levels, you're looking for a level of 0. And then the same thing for your nitrite level. You're also looking for your nitrites to be around 0 as well, so that it is a healthy environment for your tank. All right, so time has passed, 5 minutes. So now we can take a look at our ammonia test. And if you see here, so my ammonia for this tank, I'm looking at something in the 0 to the 0.25 parts per million. For my nitrate levels, as you can see here, so I'm looking at something in and around the 5 parts per million. The test from earlier, my pH level is a little low. It's around 6.0. Some of the reasoning behind that is the substrate level that I use causes my pH to be a little bit lower. So if I wanted to do something to raise my pH level, I could add something like crushed coral to my aquarium. That would bring up my pH. Or there are chemicals that you can use to raise your pH. But I find the behaviors of my fish and shrimp in this tank are quite good. The lower pH doesn't seem to be affecting them. So rather than trying to go after a specific pH level, if my shrimp and fish have adjusted to it, I'm just going to leave them in this current tank and not try chasing a certain pH level, like something around the neutral level of 7. Adjusted to that, so they're healthy and they're doing well. So we'll just leave it at that level. And then for my nitrite level, again, comparing it to the color swabs on the back of the booklet, it's in the range of 0 to 0.25 parts per million. So with these results in mind, my ammonia is a little high. Like I said before, we're looking for something in the range of 0. So because it's between 0 and 0.25, and then the same for my nitrite level, we'll go ahead then and do a 10 to 15% water change on this tank. Then we'll let that run for a while, and we could follow that up with another test later on, or we could do the water change and just monitor the tank after that. Like I said, because the levels are marginal, it's not overly concerning, but we want to try and get those levels as close to 0 as possible. I certainly hope you found this video to be informative. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button if you found this something that you liked, and hit the notification button so that you can be informed the next time I come out with videos. Have a good day, everyone.